As a piano teacher, I always hear from the parents the same question: which music the child should start listening? Which music would I recommend? And I always say the same thing: Camille Sansans, Carnival of the Animals. Here it is. It is available on Amazon, this edition. It gives a little story, but again, as a CD, you better listen by yourself and make sure it is appropriate for your child's age, and you can just choose the tracks. But music is music. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is beautiful. So CD is out because my granddaughters absolutely love it. And here is a book, also the same way, edited the same way as ballet books, and it has, I'm sure some will sound very familiar to you. So there's a little story and little music, and if you will introduce them to this music through this book, they will be interested to listen to the whole story and whole music. So there's elephants, and here is underwater world. Absolutely beautiful. What is the button? Here. I'm sure most of you heard that music. See, it is beautiful, absolutely. And that's it. That's a very, very little. I don't know, maybe 15 seconds. I didn't time it. And here are the birds. See, very beautiful. And these are dinosaur skeletons. And the swan. And this is the final carnival. I think it is a beautiful present. This book and this CD together can make a beautiful baby shower present. What do you think? So now, before moving to art books, which I consider as important as music, I would like to continue with CDs, but they are for kids probably starting from 6, 7 years old. All CDs, I'll show you one by one, about Beethoven's life with music. So I'll just read what's in there, the story of Beethoven, and what music is included there. So Piano Concerto number 5, that's the last one. But there is a Symphony number 8, right? Bach, two-part Invention, Minuet, German Dance, Sonatina, Piano Sonata, Overture to Great Prometheus, Piano Concerto number 5, Symphony number 5, which everybody knows. There's a symphonies, see? You can see for yourself. That's a lot of music, and at the same time there is a story told for children, but for adults also it is very interesting if you never heard the story of the composer's life. The same is about Felix Mendelssohn, which I consider one of the greatest composer, and also has a CD and a lot of music written by Mendelssohn. Of course, there is Bach, so I'll give you Haydn. Mozart also is there, I don't know where is he, but Haydn, Bach, of course, beautiful, Vivaldi and Corelli, also Schumann and Grieg. I know they put it in one, but each composer is absolute genius and innovators. There should be Schubert also. You look for yourself, whatever you like, which composer is your favorite. Also Handel. I don't know where the CD is, but if I find, I will show you that too, because my girls absolutely adore Handel, because the music that is on CD is from Royal Fireworks. Handel worked for English royals. He was invited to work in London, and his music is mostly written for certain occasions, and fireworks on River Thames also is very festive music, and children really enjoy. They even put princess costumes and walk around under that music. Here I found a CD on Handel's CD. It tells a story, the story of Handel's water music. Mozart's CD, music with narration. Very nice. So here is a beautiful book for very little kids because it doesn't have a lot of story, but it is a beautiful book, very nicely illustrated. See, very little story. No, maybe this way is better. So that's how beautiful it is illustrated, but it's very very little about Bach and the music, but it gives the idea, and his book is beautiful, and I think it's worth buying it. Now, one more book that I would recommend as a piano teacher is a book on a man who created piano, because as we all know, piano did not exist when Bach and Mozart were writing their music. They were writing music on harpsichord. And here is a beautiful book on Bartolomeo Cristofori, the man who built the piano. And it was over the centuries improved, of course. And what we have now is a result of his hard work. And this is the story of how it actually happened. So that's how it looked, the music of life. Bartolomeo Cristofori and the invention of the piano by Elizabeth Rush. So I didn't mention at the beginning that this video, of course, is not a promotion, is not a commercial. You won't get any discount, just sharing the information. You might see these books on Amazon if you ever looked for some educational, musical for children books, some educational books for children. But I have to tell you that I am not happy with this book because it tells a lot about his father's alcoholism. Why child needs to know that? And I think this just ruined everything, and this could have been easily skipped or told differently and so on. Otherwise it gives the information. However, I don't like the illustrations because they're modern, and the child needs to see how they were dressed back then, that they were wearing wigs and what dances they were dancing. Yes, Beethoven, this is this military part, because Beethoven was a big supporter of French Revolution. That's why it is here on this page. But the children, when we read them for 6 or 7 years old, 8 years old children, they don't know about the revolution, right? So we can skip that page too. So that's what my point is. Too much unneeded information. Instead of telling how many symphonies he wrote, how many piano concertos, how many string, how many sonatas, 32 sonatas, 5 piano concertos, 9 symphonies, and so on. Instead of giving that information, they give too much unneeded, and it's illustrated a funny way. See? So that's pastoral, about the picture, the covering for his pastoral symphony. Of course, it is beautiful, and I would recommend you to listen that symphony with children, pastoral. Okay, so this book on Haydn's Farewell Symphony, they come hard-covered and soft cover also. I do not recommend this book. It's written kind of for young children. At least it's illustrated for little kids, but you have to skip a lot of text because it's written very boring way, like explained music through the words. I don't know one child who will listen to that. This book I actually do not recommend.